Hello there, Ninjago fans. So then, today, well, I wanted to talk about quite possibly one of the most generalised topics on Ninjago that you could quite literally possibly ever conceive of in the first place, as today we're going to be talking about Ninjago as an entire show over the years, talking about a statement and opinion that I would like to share, despite it being pretty shocking, all things considered, and this is definitely going to be one that a lot of people may actually find quite controversial, all things considered. So, Ninjago. It has, of course, been running for well over 10 years at this point. You guys do not need me to tell you that at all. And more so than ever before, it definitely really is not showing any true signs of slowing down anytime in the near future, with the introduction of an all-new series to the Ninjago title, that being Dragons Rising. Now then, with this being said, and of course with me, well, quite obviously being a Ninjago YouTube channel, it definitely does not take Sherlock to work that one out, I have to come out here and say that the overall, right, just talking in general, the general overall quality of Ninjago is, I guess, actually pretty bad to an extent, or at least it is when you look at it under a very specific light. Here's what I mean. For example, Ninjago can have one of the all-time very worst seasons released and given to us, but then just randomly the next year, or hey, if you're even luckier, the same exact year, Ninjago will quite literally just come back with the complete polar opposite. A season that is absolutely peak and is a very solid, incredible season. It's loved among all Ninjago fans and it is just widely received as one of the best Ninjago seasons of all time. It's actually kind of wild, to be honest. And on top of all of this, I seriously do not think I can think of another show or just series in general that manages to have so many ups and downs quite like Ninjago does. Now, of course, with such a huge, big, controversial statement out of the way, I do just have to kind of set a bit of a disclaimer and say that, of course, I'm well aware it isn't always like this for Ninjago. Some seasons are amazing back-to-back. In fact, this has actually happened a lot. But once again, if we are generalising absolutely everything here, which for the sake of today's particular video topic, then, well, we are, this ends up being the case most of the time, undoubtedly in my opinion. Which is actually pretty weird, yet also very, very funny to talk and also think about. And this is an opinion I've held for quite some time, to be honest, so I figured it was absolutely only right if I made an entire video sharing this opinion here today. So yeah, it sounds crazy, but just, it really does all boil down very simply here to Ninjago, despite being ultimately one of my favourite TV shows of all time, the memories I have with it are literally priceless, and I've been with it so long at this point, but at the end of the day, looking at Ninjago from a bird's eye view overall, the quality aspect of it in general is very, very rocky. It is the definition of a rocky, bumpy road. It goes from high to low to high to low over and over again for the most part, and I just think that's pretty insane, to be honest. And despite all of that, it still manages to have so much charm to it, and it still manages to have just endless amounts of fans out there, it would seem, and it's still going over 10 years later, and it's still going pretty strong, again, as I touched on earlier, with the introduction of an all-new series to the Ninjago name. But with all of this being said and done, guys, that is going to conclude everything here that I wanted to touch on. So with all of this being said, feel free to go ahead and leave any of your own personal thoughts and opinions on all of this down below in that comment section, guys. I would absolutely love to hear your own thoughts regarding all of this. If you did make it this far, did end up enjoying this one here, please go ahead and leave a like on it. Subscribe to the Overlord X channel for more like this, and while you guys are down there, go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all things Ninjago here on the channel. And with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new video, so see you all soon. Goodbye, everybody.